get up like that?
I don't care.
Wait, no, you care. I'll block. Go ahead. Because you're in your army fatigue fucking boxers over here. Like, that's what's popping right now.
On my phone, pass me it. I'm plugging it.
Oh my god, you're all over the place, dude. We get it. Jezebel.
You're Jezebel.
Your father's Jezebel.
You are my father. Say I got switches to the hospital. I dare you.
Bye now.
I'll be back.
Hurry up, Mac.
You hurry up.
Yeah. All right. It's not really how I'm used to stuff, but we are here. Yo, mic check. Mic check 1 2 12. I know y'all probably tired of hearing that shit, but that is the way I mic check. How are you doing? This is the Son and I video podcast. We are back for another episode. I do not know if I am in frame. Matter of fact, I know I am not. I will do my best to fix it. Probably too high. Something like that, right? Yeah, maybe. Maybe sometime. All right. Mr. Cain is, as we all know, getting his grub on. Like he always does right after school. I am still mic checking. I shouldn't have to speak this loud. You probably fucking hear me. I don't know. Let's see. Let's bring the microphone a little closer. Too fucking close. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be happy with that. But, we'll rearrange when he gets here. I really don't care. I'm going to do a few stories while he's gone. And then we'll get into some good shit when he gets here. He seems to have a surprise for me. Something he wants to hear. He wants me to hear cold. I think it's, the guy that wants to be Eminem. Hopsin. He's got some new Hopsin that he's been wanting me to hear, and we're going to get into it. I like to hear, I like to give my real feedback, so I figured I'd listen to it live on the show, and that way you get my real response. You know, it's not a prepared response. Not that I fake the funk ever, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. Okay. Berks County, Georgia. A man tried to rob a bodega, and he got pummeled by a cash drawer. Apparently, the female Indian store clerk beat the shit out of him with the drawer as he was reaching in. The video does exist of this. It happened in Berks County, Georgia, but I don't have the video ready. Maybe when Mr. Cain gets back, we will definitely play that because I think it's funny as hell. And my man pulled the pistol and thought maybe she was going to fold under pressure, you know, whatever, get shook at that moment. And, you know, she made him pay for his indiscretions. 10 people tied chains to a pickup truck in Texas, pulling the doors off and ransacking a gun store, making off with over 50 weapons. No arrests have been made. And there's also a video for that too. There's a lot of fucking videos that I don't have ready. But these are just little stories that, as we all know, grab my attention through the week. I don't like to just read a story, like go to the internet, YouTube, Yahoo or Google News and just read their story. You guys could do that. You know what I'm saying? If a story's interesting to me, I soak it into my brainstem and regurgitate it my way. So I'm not plagiarizing anybody because I don't feel the need to bite anybody's fucking writing. You know, I know reading comprehension. I went to school. You know what I'm saying? I could easily hear a story and spit it back in my own word. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how deep into politics, AV is definitely not into this, but the audience, you know, politics is part of life. And as we all know, Donald Trump is running shit right now. But I'm not really talking about Donald Trump right now. I am going to speak on Mrs. Clinton and Bernie Sanders, because in their last debate, they referred to white people and their lack of understanding when it comes to certain aspects of the black community, and especially poor black people. For example, Hillary Clinton says white people don't know what it's like to have the talk with their children getting in trouble for no good reason. The talk, just the way she put it, I guess I would imagine constituents, people across America that she comes across who are of African American descent most likely have told her, I gotta explain to my kids that even if they're in the right, they better do everything a police officer says, because they're likely to fucking get killed if they even blink wrong. That is a little exaggerated, but not far from the truth. Blinking wrong, you definitely shouldn't get killed for that, but that's not to say that it won't happen. Or at least a kid smirking, smiling, or definitely talking back doesn't get him a little ride, to the piers and a little beat down with that fucking nightstick. So, minority parents feel the need to make sure their kids know their rights, but also know that not all the time cops will respect those rights. So they should know how to act accordingly if they don't want to end up fucked up or worse off dead. In that aspect, she's right. I would imagine white people do not have to worry about these things, in the suburban life or where affluent communities reside, where these things are not a factor, where even the black kids or Latinos who live in those communities, they probably still have to worry, but those people see green. They see money. It's not really race. You might have one or two bad apples in those forces, but they know the three black families in the city, in that town. You know what I mean? So they know not to get, they're not going to get stupid with Harry the Butcher's kid, because they know Harry the Butcher. He's one of the three black guys in the whole fucking town. You know what I mean? But, in less affluent communities, these are real concerns. You could be well within your rights. Walking to school, getting dropped off, anything, and shit could go south real fucking quick. So I guess, like I said, senator. No, she's not a senator, but Hillary Clinton's constituents of African American descent have brought it to her attention that this is something real in which they have to do. And Bernie Sanders says white people don't know what it is to live in the ghetto, don't know what it is to be poor. I didn't know black, poor, and ghetto went hand in hand. I don't think that's mutually exclusive territory, being black and living in a ghetto, because like I said, black people live in the suburbs too. But I wrote that this is pandering at its worst. Black constituents ain't falling for white guilt. I'll leave it at that. Because I could go into a deep diatribe about white guilt. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And you'll find a plethora of information on the subject. You got white people who maybe they only help the impoverished communities because they got a great uncle who was a plantation owner once upon a time. Or there are even white people that probably have no direct lineage to slave owners or anything like that, and still feel the need to, help the black man or get involved with movements or what have you. We all know the Malcolm X movie when he is going to a college to speak, and a white girl walks up to him and she's like, yo, I believe in the movement, what can I do to help, And he tells her nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Bye now. Now this was before he was enlightened and went to Mecca, and then he came back and basically said shit that I've said before about the white man and the devil and all that jazz. I'm not really going to say shit like that no more. But he also goes on to say, but I still won't accept white help because until we can learn to help ourselves, we can't accept the white man's help. I don't really remember, word for word the scene or exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure Spike Lee did an autobiography on his life and took that to heed and took it from real life situations. Most likely that's exactly what he said when he came back from Mecca, and gave his speech about sitting side by side with people of pale skin, sharing food and sharing prayer. His eyes were open. Like Richard Pryor once upon a time when he went to Africa and said he saw no niggas. Nowhere he looked, he saw a nigga. So he said he was going to stop using that word, and I don't know if he ever really lived up to that, but, human beings get enlightened from time to time. We come across new information that makes us rethink our stance on shit, But I don't feel this is the case with Hillary or Bernie Sanders. I'm not saying they really don't give a fuck about black people or Latinos, but at the end of right now in this second, all they really give a fuck about is votes. All they really give a fuck about is votes. In case that didn't come out clearly. So I say pandering to the black community or their black constituents because that's what it looks like right now. You know what I mean? You're trying to get delegates. You're trying to be the representative for your party to run for the president of the United States. Now's the time that you choose to speak on these issues. When for the last year and a half, 2 years, there's been a lot of talk about the black people in the ghetto or in impoverished communities having to deal with police and having to deal with open racism when it comes to something simple as weed arrests. Look that shit up. And you tell me if that's not a fucking racist, some racist shit going down. White kids get found with joints too. They get found with seeds and weed and whatever, what have you. And what does a white cop say? Oh, I don't want to fuck up his future. It's just a joint. And rip it up, send him on his fucking way. He's a black or Latino from the inner city. Oh, they're going to do that paperwork. You damn right they're going to lock his ass up. Like a cop told me in Bayonne once upon a time when I was arrested for one fucking blunt. And I said, why are you doing this? Like, yeah, I'm already arrested. I'm not saying it wasn't me. I'm just wondering, why are you going through all this bullshit for a fucking blunt? For essentially, half a gram of fucking marijuana. And his exact answer to me was, because if I don't, Bayonne will be Jersey City in 10 years. This is the way they think. But if I was a white kid, would he have even put cuffs on me? I seriously doubt it. And this is the world we live in. And shit like this have been going on, way beyond fuck weed, and weaponry and criminal activity. Just being a man or a woman of color and dealing with police, you're liable to go through some shit. Not everybody comes on the other side of a situation with the cops, good, far from all good, far from it. That's all I'll say about that, Like I said, though, look up white guilt. This shit is funny. White people get mad at white people like that. Oh, you're just white guilt eating away at you. You have nothing to do with slavery or whatever, what have you. But on the flip side of that same token, for 400 years, a black man was oppressed. Oppressed, pushed down. Not allowed to read, not allowed to learn, not allowed to better himself. Forget having land or earning a real wage. Forget anything that involves being a human being. Having civil liberty. And a lot of white people just started letting go of that kind of thinking in the late 60s. They just started. So, this shit is fucking ill. This shit is really fucking real. And, I think Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders could have spoke up a long fucking time ago. They choose now. But, whatever. The water was turned off in Newark Public Schools. 30 Newark Public Schools. The only reason I even mention that is because of Flint, Michigan. The lead found in their city water is kind of ill that, it's like all over the fucking place. It's a pretty, I'm not going to say boring, and it is very important story. But now that Mr. Cains here, we're going to get into that really, really real shit. So I'm just going to say that the EPA lead level is normal is 15 parts per billion. And 30 different Newark public schools, they had 158 parts per billion. In Bard High School, Cleveland Elementary School had 158 parts per billion, and Bard High School had 558 parts per billion. Remember, the level allowed by the EPA is 15. We're in the hundreds.
We are in the hundreds.
They are. Newark, the bricks, right across the bridge, And I only say that because of the Flint, Michigan, and their whole lead in their city water supply, because of aging pipes and all that jazz. It's ill, but the problem is solely contained to its schools. Right now they only found this problem in the public school system, which you say only, you're dealing with children. That only is not, it's not a little thing, you know, like only in the schools, you know, that's a pretty fucking big deal, you know what I mean? But it's not all of Newark as a whole, you know what I mean? It's contained to certain things, to the school system. All right. I told the crowd, I told everyone, Mr. Cain has joined us for festivities, and I let him know that you had a surprise for me. I've been waiting all week to hear something from Hopsin.
A rapper that... You explain why you don't...
Why you shut it off?
It's not shut off.
Oh.
Oh, no. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know. Do I explain what? What do you want me to explain?
Why don't you like him?
Why I don't like Hopsin?
Or why don't you enjoy him as much as you could?
I don't like biters. I don't like people that bite. You know what I'm saying? And to me, especially early stuff from him, he sounds like Eminem. He formats his rhyme style, patterns, even the things he says after Eminem. It's not too loud. I'm sorry. I raised my voice. Whatever. But you know, but then you hear more things. Like sometimes he has good concepts. Sometimes he doesn't sound like Eminem. I won't say at all. I'll just say as much. And,
you know one of his best songs is the songs that he does not sound like Eminem? It's called Crown Me.
I do not know that because almost every single time I hear it, I hear Eminem.
By the way, Nike already on the game. What do you got on right now?
Is that even a question? Is that even a real fucking question?
What
do I always have on? It's a freaking big ass. I hate the reversal. There's a big ass horse on my goddamn shirt. What do I have on? I have Nike on too.
You have Champions and I chill. I'm wearing Champions as my pants right now. Oh crap!
I didn't know this was a fashion show. I thought you were gonna show me something about Hopsin.
Alright, so there should be no echo.
Alright. Yeah, remember the
trick?
trick?
Lowered it on here, and
it's all about them. It's all about you guys. We think we figured this out. We're almost there. Hashtag working out the kinks. Lay it on me, Mr. Cain.
Basically, what I have for you today is...
This is new, right?
Yes.
New shit?
Came out 7 days ago. 1 week ago.
Oh, there's a video for it and everything?
Mm-hmm. He always comes out with a video for the Ill Minds.
Okay. Well, explain this to me. What is this Ill Mind?
This is called the Ill Mind of Hopsin 8. And if you don't know what the Ill Mind is, it's this little series. I hate the reversal on this. That he has where it's just his ill mind. He thinks of... Usually, when it first started out, it was if he would think of something as a rap and he would just freestyle on it. But then from Ill Mind 4 on, it was always a video of a topic. Ill Mind 4 being certain rappers he doesn't like. Ill Mind 5 being certain teenager groups, like the kids that think they're all cool smoking weed and stuff. It's probably his best song. 60 million views. It's the best song he's ever done.
Which one's that one?
Ill Mind 5.
Okay. And this is Ill Mind 8.
Yeah.
So this is like a video blog he does?
No.
When something bothers him, he makes a song and a video for it?
Yeah, but the video is high quality and stuff. It's like
it's high. I'm not saying it's not high quality. I'm saying Ill Mind is like I'm trying to understand.
He puts more work into it than he would his normal songs.
Because he does music.
It's about an actual topic too. Always it's something that actually happens. Like Ill Mind 6 was about his friend that died over meth overdose or is on meth and stuff. And
crystal methadone? Crystal meth?
Yes.
Amphetamines? Yeah. Not methadone.
And
okay.
7 and Ill Mind 7 was about him going on and off with God and stuff. How
that's what I mean. This Ill Mind, I don't know what to call it.
It's ill topics.
This Ill Mind thing that he does is specific topics.
Yeah.
His view on those topics.
Yeah, but
they're not songs from albums.
They are not.
All right.
They're never on an album.
Right, so now that you laid it on us, what the Ill Mind thing is.
This is Ill Mind of Hopsin 8. And basically, this, don't quote me on this because I don't know when he found this out. But basically, the person who has been managing his accounting, his label record, his management, all that has been lowering the percentage that he makes. If I'm correct, he's only been giving money from his shows to him, and he's taking all the rest that he gets from album buying and.
So his management team is jerking him.
It's just one guy. His name is Dame Ritter, if I'm correct. Dame Ritter. Been taking stuff from him for a long time now.
Been taking money.
A lot of money.
He's been taking his money. All right.
And
that's what the song's about. That's what the topic's about.
Yeah, that's what the topic's about. And basically, they're in a courtroom right now, and Hopsin's about to go up on the stage, and he's about to start rapping.
He's about to go on the stand.
Yeah, and you'll see the guy Dame. You'll know who he is because he's always having his head down. He's a bald guy.
But it's not really Dame in the video.
No.
They just got an actor that looks like him, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But to think
that's
about
a hell of a setup.
To think about that.
I love the setup. Love
it,
Avy. Love it. Love the setup.
Here we go.
All rise.
Case number 23. Turn it up a little bit.
No. But it is playing on there.
It is good.
They do hear it.
Yes.
I don't need to hear it loud. I got it, though. You know, like, I could hear it. I just don't like that. You know what I mean.
I can turn it up a little bit more.
It's okay.
This is really getting on my nerves. You guys are taking up too much of my time.
Because it also gets low on there.
Hopsin, please come
What
to
do you
the
mean?
stand.
Because if this is a little on here, it gets a little on there. But it's not too low on there.
I hope not.
That's why I'm saying it a little bit here.
I mean,
Nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck? Homie, I made you rich, paid your rent. Damn right. Biting the hand that was feeding you, this shit don't make any sense. Nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know this is that real shit. How you gonna forget who built this? Huh? I'm the one who made the company all the millions. Now you got problems to deal with. Man, this is tough luck. See, a couple weeks ago we was buzzed, and that crew that was killing shit was us. Till you turned on me, homie, that's fucked up. I ain't keeping this shit on the hush hush. On my chest, I just carry too much stuff. I done had it, enough is enough, bro. Plus, I needed something to get my buzz up. You don't fuck with the wrong dude. Ain't no telling what Hopsin is gon' do. Creeping up on you. Quit your sleeping, I told you. This a motherfucking journey we finna go through. If I ain't had so much to lose, I swear to God, I'd probably beat up and choke you. Nigga, this is that raw shit. That organic flow you probably see up in Whole Foods. Shiver me timbers, something's fishy about you, Mr.
that organic food you probably see up in Whole Foods.
Why the fuck you go and fit and seem bitter? Why you catch an attitude whenever I question you bad on my fucking percentages? I know why. You been bending it in your benefit. Your Honor, I'm innocent. This nigga crazy. I'm telling all of my people.
Qué maldición.
We taste the cash and blows at all like casinos. Damn. When I bring up my royalties, you start avoiding me. That's some disloyalty. You woke up to evil boy in me. Your ass is poisoning. Tell me why you would destroy me. This was a fucking vision that I had created with your brother. But you too infatuated with the money. You killed it and ran it straight into the gutter. Now I think, why'd I make DA and me the boss? You keep pissing a whole lot of people off. Our whole label came out with a weak result. You on that same bullshit Tamika brought.
Nigga, I don't know what you thought. You think I can't see the blood on the walls? That ain't going down, nigga. I don't know what you thought. I can clearly see the blood on the wall. That ain't going down, nigga. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Everybody knows you be on it. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Everybody knows you be on it. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Everybody knows you be on it. Ain't got time for your bullshit.
Hold up, I got some more shit to say. Yeah. It's supposed to be fuck volume, isn't it? Thought it was music above all the business, but you just said fuck all you niggas. You tarnished the brand and you started the front volume fitness? Come on, I really think got us portraying something we really ain't. How we supposed to be ill when you on our website with a shake weight trying to be Billy Blanks? Nigga, thanks. Ain't nobody trying to lift weights. We just wanna hit up the studio when it's rap and do shows, but you don't understand the culture of hip hop. You a lame ass nigga, Dame half the crew knows. New age Jerry Heller, a scary fella. I hate your fucking name, every letter. I'm very fed up. You acting like an ordinary heifer. I'ma take you to the mortuary dress up. We gave
Jerry
you our
Heller
trust,
was
and you had us
Ruthless
cornered.
Records.
You got us a shitty label,
He
deal with
jerked
one. And if I confront you
NWA.
about it, you tell me I need counseling and I got a disorder. You send me on tour and it's horror. Shitty hotels, no sleep, with no food to order. Meet and grease every single day is torture. How you expecting an A1 performer? Every time something's wrong, it's the same thing. Blah, 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 you just blame me. Then you tell Brooklyn and Jamie. Now they both thinking I'm crazy. I deal with this on the daily. My career mentally rapes me. I won't let this nigga break me. He praying Dizzy Writers go replace me. Shady. What are
Wait,
you
this is the
fucking
level of the
gang?
music?
Let's talk about it. You're our manager, our label owner, our accountant. That's kind of tricky. Something is fishy. That's
You act like I
risky.
can't
We just
hear
don't
you
even
talking
know.
at the same
We
time.
go with the flow while you rowing the boat. You keeping it simple-minded, cause you know when our only concern is just hoping we blow. So when all the money come in from our album and tours, you sit there and soak in the dough. When did we ever ask about the gross? When did we ever ask about the net? You would just hand us money from our shows, cause
I
you know
was
we
listening,
wasn't
now I'm
questioning the
not.
checks. Nigga, I trusted you with my life. You up your percentage, so I'm making less? Fuck you, bitch. You get no respect. This is why Hopsin's coming for your neck. Bless. All you care about is making money. You don't care about a fucking soul, though. You just fluctuate our dollars up and down at your convenience like a fucking pogo. You been screwing everybody on
Well,
the
when it
label, on
finishes,
the
you
low,
gotta
and they
give
don't
us your
even know,
review.
though. So good luck, Jaren,
I think we
Dizzy,
already know
Hopper,
what that's gonna
Swizz.
be, right?
I'm going solo.
Nigga, I don't know what you thought. You think I can't see the blood on the walls? That ain't going down, nigga. I don't know what you
Did you just score a touchdown or something? Did you dive him
Hook right here.
all the way out to the end?
Nope, he gets arrested, and right here is the pictures of, the funk volume thing.
One reason
The
we
what?
don't like
Like
change
funk
is
volume,
we get
tattoos
comfortable
and
where
stuff,
we
and
are.
pictures of him
We get used to
and the
our
crew and all
friends,
that.
our job,
What is
the
funk
place we
volume?
live.
Their label.
And even if it's not perfect,
Their record
we
label?
accept it because it's familiar. And what happens is because we're not
A
willing
record
to
label that
change,
no longer
we get
exists
stuck
now?
in
Like
what
they're
God
gonna
used
break
to
it up
do
now because
instead of
the guy
moving
owns some of it?
into what God
No.
is about to do. Just because God's blessed you where you are
Okay.
doesn't mean you can just sit back
I
and
think
settle
you gotta
there.
stay
You have
tuned to see
stay
what's gonna
open
happen.
to what God is doing now.
Because if my man has stock in the company,
5 years ago,
and he rightfully,
may not
this
work
happens all the
today.
time in hip hop.
If you
You know,
People
honestly,
break
I don't
up.
wanna- I don't want to lie. I
have
really
to be
don't.
willing to
People
change.
break up, and motherfuckers are
Every
still getting
blessing
paid.
is not supposed to be
Like it's
permanent.
a little known fact
Every
that when
provision
Dr. Dre
is
was
not
dissing
supposed to
Easy-E,
last forever.
Easy-E was making money off all them records.
Evaluate our friendships.
All that Dre Day shit, all that
Who
stuff,
are you
Easy-E
depending
was
on?
getting money.
Make sure they're not dragging you down. Limiting
When
you
Snoop
from
Dogg
loss.
left Death Row Records
Everybody is
and
not
went
supposed
to No
be in our
Limit or
life
whoever
forever.
he went,
If you don't
Suge
get
Knight
rid
was
of the
still
wrong
getting
friends,
money off
you will never
every
meet the right
record
friends.
Snoop sold. You know, shit don't just end because you have a bad fallout. That's what makes contracts an ill thing. That's why, like, say right now, somebody sees this, they're like, oh, this kid, I can mold him. I think I can make him an MC. He looks like he got some style. He might blow up one day. They sign you to a contract. Some street motherfucker, some guy selling drugs on the block who got money. And you sign a piece of paper, a contract, you could meet Lil Wayne tomorrow. And he could be like, I want to send you all across the world. The stage, the lights, the show, everything. And unless that man says okay, and unless he gets whatever percentage you agreed to when you signed, you can't go with Lil Wayne.
I could do whatever I want.
No, you actually cannot. You do it. You could physically do whatever you want. You're a person. You're a human. Yeah. You go on tour with Lil Wayne. You go do everything. And every dollar you make would go to that kid. And more. Because you breached the contract. So he could sue you. So not only every dollar you make, but another $1 million on top of that. Yeah, welcome to the world,
If I make $3
the
million-
business
if I make
of music.
If I make $3 million, I can still get $1 million while he gets $2 million. I'll be happy.
Not if he says you cannot go. Not if he says, unless he tells Lil Wayne, I'm allowing my artist to go on your tour, and Lil Wayne signs paperwork that agrees as such, you won't be doing a goddamn thing, let alone making any money. That's what kids forget. This is a business. That's why it's better to be independent. Do your own shit. Do your own thing. Don't let anybody tell you, what you're going to do. Don't let anyone have any control over you. Because in this day and age, you don't need Sony. You don't need Def Jam. Maybe for distribution. But once you get to that point where so many people love your shit that you need a big record label to distribute it all around the world, then you could do a Kanye move and put it on vault.com or whatever. What's Tidal.com. Or iTunes that shit yourself. You know what I mean? That's why you see all these kids hustling in Midtown Manhattan when you get, where the tourists go, where all the lights are on Broadway and shit like that. You'll see kids with CDs. Dude, they're doing their own shit. They're printing their own fucking album covers. They're making 1,000 copies. They're $5 a pop.
You know, what's
You know
it
what I mean?
called? A lot of people think I should make a mixtape in my school
Do they?
because I'm fire.
You are.
You know that scene in SpongeBob when he's in the house and it's burning down and he's sweating? That was my mixtape that caused that.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that episode, SpongeBob. I don't frequent the cartoon. But let's get on topic. I mean, we didn't speak for 2.5 minutes. And if anybody knows this show, that's a fucking miracle for me.
I'm gonna take this off here.
So, yeah, please take that off. Give us your synopsis on that, on what we just heard. You know what you introed it beautifully. You told us what it was gonna be. It lived up to that. It was exactly what you said. Boom, boom, bap. Awesome sauce. Now,
What do I think of it?
give us your your synopsis. You know, tell us now how you feel about it as a whole.
I feel. Well, let me just do it like this.
You feel it's fire,
Yes.
or you feel the
It's
song belongs
fire.
in hell, burning next to
No,
SpongeBob?
no, it's fire.
It's fire.
Yes.
So it's good. You like it.
It's amazing. No, hold on.
It's amazing.
It was 9 out of 10.
Okay. Jesus coming down from heaven and walking on water is amazing.
That's magical.
Let's relax with that word. People
This-
use words all the time.
This is creative.
You know,
This-
a Wendy's burger is not amazing. That's setting the bar way too fucking high for a hamburger. Because then when something really amazing happens, how you gonna explain that?
This pen was probably kind of. I think he used this pen when he was writing that. Has to be.
But you can see to you, does he sound like Eminem?
No.
Not in that song
No.
at all.
Not in that song at all.
Not in that song.
Not in that song.
Have you ever heard a song where he sounds like Eminem?
His album Raw sounded like Eminem. A lot.
You know, early Eminem,
His fir-
Slim Shady.
That was his first album. No, that wasn't his first. That was his first album that actually got big, which is called Raw, and he sounded a lot like Eminem on that.
Okay.
Knock Madness, he didn't sound as much as like Eminem. He actually sounded a little bit like himself. And then
A little bit like himself. I don't even know who himself is
Pound Syndrome.
because he's formatted his lines and his
I'm gonna
delivery.
show you a
The
song.
fucking guy even says in songs like Eminem. He says the word Eminem, like, you know, I love Eminem as a kid. I love Eminem. You know, like,
I wanna show
it's
you,
like, we could tell, dog. We could
I
tell.
wanna
You really,
show
really
you-
like him.
I want to show you this song because this song, people say he doesn't sound like Eminem. Don't worry.
But this is not what you said. You said you were going to show me one thing.
And now I'm showing you another one, like DJ Khaled. Another one. You don't want another one?
I don't know. I'm not ready.
You know what? I appreciate.
You could try.
All right, I will try. Let's hope God gives me the strength for me. No free ad. No free advertising.
At least you're learning. You're not saying what the ad is.
I still didn't bleep that out.
I know you didn't. You think I didn't notice?
All right.
Now this is Hopsin again,
Yes. This is from his album Pound Syndrome.
which is old or new.
This is the newest one.
Newest album he has.
And this is one of the songs on it. This was the single that he put out to promote this album first.
Okay.
Yo, let me take you to the tribe real quick.
That's Hopsin?
I'm from that small city called Panorama where the vatos roam and they blast their hammers. Never had no
Man,
sense,
everybody
all bad
fucking
bananas.
got
You
abs and
live
muscles
life in the
nowadays.
got bitches on my nuts like
I have
pubic.
to get
Niggas
down
can
with
never
CF or something. Lift some goddamn weights. Damn.
You get on the thing and take off his shirt. It's like,
Look, if Rick Ross could take off his motherfucking shirt and be flabby back, you know, all over the goddamn place, I think I'm alright.
Bitches don't wanna snatch my brain. I probably end up on a news dead, bullet in the head. Mama in the street yelling, that's my baby. You want me to keep it to a minimum with the syllables? I think you should get up on my genitals. Every nigga identical when they spit up, though this shit is critical. I'ma have to gear up and get on my sentinels. Nigga, what you be sipping on? I'm guessing your pen is broke. Is it difficult for you to get better? You so despicable, cause your shit is boo-boo, your bars are predictable. I do not bump it, it's hard to get into you. Please admit it, man, boy, and just radical mindset to just as strong.
This doesn't sound familiar. This doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard another rapper spit. I mean, he's basically Twister right now.
No one knows who that is.
Of course they do. He sold millions of records for Rockefeller. He was on tour with Jay-Z. You're telling me no one knows who Twister is? Go to Chicago and say the word Twister. I think Twister is the world records for the fastest rapper. No. Why would you think that? Where did you see that factoid? Where did you see it written somewhere? Are you going by that for something you heard?
No, from the song though.
Yes, you heard a song where he's rhyming fast. Why did that make him the fastest rhymer in the world? Just a song. You can't just want abs. You physically have to do sit-ups and crunches and shit. I don't know. I have no idea. As you can see, I don't have to. So I don't know. And we know where to begin. How to make some.
You have a six pack.
Oh no, I have a keg. I have a kegger. That's what I have. I definitely have a keg.
I have a six pack. I have very strong muscles.
Okay, moving on. So that's it. That's what you got.
I want to. The thing with me is, I want to just show you. I might have wasted the song, but I'm hoping you give me one chance. I want to show you that Illmind 5. Because everyone thinks that's dope. Even people that said he sounded like Eminem and stuff, everyone thinks that's dope. Even
What? Who's everyone?
Like,
who are these people?
Even people like you that say he sounds like Eminem, they still thought that song was dope. They still thought that song was dope. And there's even some people that are more like you that are really, really good at hip hop and into it and stuff that are like, it was alright. They don't say it's bad. They don't say it's mimicry. They don't say anything. Really
They don't say
bad.
it's what? Mimicry?
Mimicking.
Oh, mimicking. I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
This is becoming a Hopsin fucking episode.
No, it's not.
Well, I want to talk about Cat Williams getting laid out.
We will. Just right after this.
Oh my god. This is getting redonkulous.
I promise there will be no more Hopsin on this show for a while. I'm lying. There'll be Hopsin next episode. Okay. Illmind 5.
That already sounds like an Eminem beat, in case you don't know that.
Give it a chance.
But it's not that I'm not giving it a chance. It's that you don't hear the setup. It's even building up like a Slim Shady song. I'm not crazy, right? Y'all hearing this, right? All that is Slim Shady. Not saying it doesn't sound dope. It's a beat. Clap, clap, clap. I get it. And he's ripping, whatever, like Eminem. That's fucking Slim Shady, man. Okay. That's not Slim Shady?
No. I know Slim Shady. Slim Shady's...
Holy shit.
You know what? Talking to 500,000 people that liked it and the 59 million people that liked the song. 600,000 people.
That's just how many plays it got.
600,000 people that liked it.
Uh-huh.
Still watching this in 2016. Still a dope rap, though. Get that guy.
You don't need to, please, I told you about letters. Words, don't love them on the screen. We've had our fill of Hopsin.
You guys tell me.
For a while.
No. You guys tell me in the comment section whether or not you thought Hopsin was dope or not.
Yeah, y'all do that.
And if you say no, don't comment.
Try to find the Cat Williams getting laid the fuck out. Because I heard, well, in case you don't know, Cat Williams was at a show in Philadelphia, a show hosted by Beanie Siegel, where Cat Williams was reportedly high on dope, heroin. They have another name for it in Philly. Some artists who reportedly was one of the persons that was stomping him out said his name is Boone. I guess he's a Philadelphia
Cat
rapper.
Williams get his ass whooped by Beanie Siegel, March 7th, 2016.
That sounds about right. But hold up, before you play it, just so
It's the Beanie Siegel.
Philly rapper Boone says Cat Williams was tripping out. This is according to the Philly Voice. The Philly Voice. You know, I want to give props where they're due. I didn't do my own research. I'm just winging it real quick because the video exists, and I thought it'd be funny to watch it cold and, you know, I don't know, react to the video live here as we're here.
This is gonna be fun.
I want to know what he called it. They have a word, dog food. He said he was on dog food, which is street slang for heroin. He was interrupting performances at Beanie Siegel's Top Shotta show. Like I said, it's a show, I guess, put together by Beanie. Maybe he's the headliner. Maybe he just promotes it because he's super mega, famous. He did run with Rockefeller Records for a long time.
Which is Jay-Z in them, right?
Yeah, yes, it's Jay-Z's old label with Dame Dash. We all know they broke up, and then he made Rock Nation. I believe Dame Dash tried to continue Rockefeller on his own, but that didn't really go the way he would have liked. Boone claims that he could be seen in the video where Cat Williams is getting stomped out, wearing a red jacket and stomping out Williams on stage. According to his own words, he's quoted as saying, he was tripping out. He was on dog food, man. That boy was on drugs. We're sitting up here having a good time, performing songs, and he was taking people's attention all night. Little Mo got up to perform, and he on stage doing push-ups while she was performing.
I thought heroin was supposed to make you like cloudy and
tired and stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's also a vitamin. I mean, heroin, that's why they derive morphine from heroin. It's a painkiller. If you do it at first before you're what they call sucking your dick, which is moping out, sleepy face, and basically your head between your lap, which is why they call it sucking your dick. At first you get energized. It's like, woo! Got my vitamins, yeah! And you want to fucking do backflips and somersaults, Not that I would know what that's like. But
That's a dark joke.
But whatever.
Especially for
We all had hobbies.
That's a dark
Relax,
that's,
people.
That's not a hobby.
Relax.
That's not a hobby.
Whatever.
You couldn't do a backflip.
My point being, you first get energized and shit. You know what I mean? That's why you always see dope fiends when they're trying to sell you stuff. Their voices are raspy and they look a little sleepy, but they're very energetic. Yeah, they're always moving around and shit. They can't really stay still. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen a dope fiend, so I wouldn't know what that looks like.
Well, that's a good thing that you don't go outside and see dope fiends in your hallway, because a lot of people do. So be thankful for small favors.
That's not a small favor.
That you live in a neighborhood that you don't have to see that in your hallway every morning.
That was a drug bust up the block.
Okay.
Where they found a meth lab.
Was it in your building?
Okay, no.
Then relax. So my point being, he was doing push-ups while she was performing. Then, this is Boone saying this. Then I went up there and he came out with me. So I'm just looking at him. I go to the crowd and was like, what? He don't know me out here? Y'all?
Y'all.
These are his words.
Y'all.
He don't know me out here.
He said, y'all.
As opposed to, doesn't he see that I'm out here? You know, whatever.
People don't use correct
Proper English. I know it's corny. You sound white if you talk fucking proper. That's bullshit. You're allowed to be educated and not be sounding white. All right? Relax, people.
Didn't you say when
I had to hear this all my life. You know,
Yeah,
when I was in the
Puerto
projects
Rican.
growing up. You know, if you're intelligent or you're intelligible when you speak, you know, you have a vast knowledge of vocabulary, the English language, right away you fucking sound white. That's what the white man wants us to say. If you want to believe in Illuminati conspiracy theories, that's what they want. They want us at each other's throats. So how do we keep the blacks and Latinos dumb? Make them think that being smart is trying to act white.
What was I gonna say?
Peep the science behind that.
Look, real quick.
Be smarter than that, bro.
Real quick. I was saying that, you know how you say like in the projects and stuff, you sound white. I was watching a movie dope, whatever, and there was a scene where he's talking to this girl, and she was like, "Why are you different from the other people in your neighborhood?" Because he lives in the projects. He's like. He said, I guess I'm just so tired of hearing we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't go to college. And that's his, like, main reason that he wants to, like, be smart and intelligent and stuff. But he does say he's into white things, like Donald Glover, talk radio, and doing white things, like getting good grades and applying for college.
You see, though? But you see, that's written by someone, that movie.
For real.
And whether they're black or not, you know, if they're black, that's even sadder that they wrote that in their scene, in the screenplay. But if it's whoever it was, that is a thought. That is the way people think.
Yeah, but he's saying, like, how they think. That's
in
not
the
how they
hood.
think.
Oh, that's not how he thinks.
That's not how he thinks. He's saying...
Because he has the character... I'm just saying, what I took from what you said is that he as a character told the girl, yeah, I do sound white.
No, he didn't say it like that. It was the scene I was talking about where he says they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't apply to college. That was a different scene. At the beginning of the movie when he's walking through the hallway, because he's a geek too.
Yes, he says he's into white things.
And he says the people that are in his school, they think that all the things he does is white. So he makes a little list of how they think it is. He says he listens to Donald Glover, punk radio, all that stuff that supposedly
Who
is
the fuck
white.
is Donald Glover?
Childish Gambino, the black guy that is a rapper. Childish Gambino.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. He's a rapper. He's a rapper. Okay,
And an actor
whatever.
and a comedian and stuff.
I just think Donald Glover, I think of a tap dancer. Why do I think that?
No, he's the guy that I showed you the comedian thing, and you said that's not funny.
Oh! The black kid. I know you're talking about from Community.
Yeah.
He's from the TV show Community. That I thought he was Danny Glover's son.
Yeah. It's supposedly he's
whatever.
A lot of not that many black people listen to him. That's why he says
not many black people listen. Yeah, because and I hate to say it,
he's shucking and jiving.
No, he's not shucking and jiving. It's just that man, he talks about a lot of white things. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
He talks about a lot of white
things. I like him. He's okay.
You know, but we got to get away from that, yo, as a culture, as Boricuas or any Spanish-speaking people. All that's just self-hate, bro. You know, if you're in school and you seeing another Latino do well, all that, why you trying to be white, Holmes? Or why you trying to be, you know, whatever. You know, that's stupidity. That's what they want. They want us to be embarrassed to do well so that we won't do well, so that we won't accomplish anything, and they'll be the only one at the top,
we gotta
bro.
accomplish things. We can't let them keep doing what.
Because if you're stupid, if you speak dumb, if you don't know the English language, if you don't know math, if you don't know science, you're not gonna get good grades. You're not gonna go to college. You're not gonna get a good job.
Yeah, you're not. Going
These are all 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. It's all succession. They go hand in fucking hand. And we as a community, I'm just glad nowadays kids are not that dumb. You know, and nowadays is way different. You know, I mean, we all know boys are wearing blouses to school. You know, it's very, very different. You know what I'm saying?
Jaden Smith.
But my point being that you kids are not bogged down with a lot of the stuff when I was a kid. Like nowadays, keep it real, a kid could be gay and not get beat up. it wouldn't be the biggest thing in the world. When I was a kid couldn't even act gay. You know, he was gonna get hurt. Unfortunately, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But now, I'm just saying, you kids are more open to stuff.
Yeah, we're very open.
You're more open
You'd be surprised.
than my generation or whatever.
I mean,
or the ones that came before me. Forget it. Forget about them motherfuckers. They were super close-minded. You know what I'm saying?
Weren't you raised closed-minded? Like your parents kept you inside, not inside, but they kept
My
you
parents?
on the stoop.
My grandparents, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say that's closed-minded. I lived in the projects. They were scared. They didn't want me to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people getting stabbed and shot and shit. And I didn't even live in a bad projects. I'm not claiming to be from Curry Woods or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad projects where you used to live.
No. But people still, like any projects or lower income area, there's crime, there's drugs, and there's problems.
There's always a
you know,
project.
and my grandparents, you know, they didn't want to lose their first fucking grandson. His goddamn legacy, you know.
There's even, or what's it called? There's even projects in white places too.
But there's bad in that too. Keeping kids, like we all know, if you have a daughter and you're like a hawk over her, once she gets freedom, she's more likely to do whorish things because she hasn't gradually learned how to explore herself, her sexuality, and regular life at a normal pace because her dad was, you know, like, don't look at my daughter, don't you dare, you ain't going to the dance, you know, handcuffing her to a bed till she's 19. And you wonder why, when she went to college, there's a video of her letting 20 guys run through her at a time.
She's like,
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it doesn't bode well for fathers that really hold on tight to their daughters. Same shit with a boy growing up. You shielding your son from life is not going to bode well, because I'll tell you, part of the reason that I fell into the wrong crowd and definitely drugs is because I was so shielded. I wasn't told the truth about life. I wasn't told anything about life.
really?
All I knew was rice and beans, my house, school, and just because you smart in school don't mean you smart at life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do the best with my son. Since he was little, I tell him about shit. Knowledge is acquired, and once you have it, you ain't gonna lose it.
So
People get amnesia, and still know everything that they knew before they forgot their name.
Really?
So I do my best to feed him with knowledge so that he can learn through my mistakes. I'm not living vicariously through my son. He's living his own life without fucking tripping. And no reason that I have to let him run into hurdles when he could walk right around them. You know what I'm saying? And that's, we just, as a culture, as Latinos, knowledge is not a scary thing. There's nothing bad, and there's definitely nothing white about being smart. That's all. That's all I gotta say about that.
Let's play this video. It's like almost to an hour.
We went way off topic somehow. But let's watch Cat Williams get his ass whipped.
Gets his ass whooped by Beanie Siegel and company.
Wow. Are you gonna play it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good.
Almost forgot. Almost forgot to put it up on here. That would have been sucky. We're watching the video and you're like, what's happening?
You can't make it bigger than that?
Absolutely. That's Cat Williams?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, I can't tell.
He looks like you know, fighting games when you're sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, the motherfucker must be crazy. He must be on some shit.
He looks like when he's fighting like this, like when you're about to
Yeah,
start
that is
a fighting
Cat Williams.
game, and they pick a character and you're like this.
Yeah. Before you start the match, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He must be tripping, and they probably think, oh, he playing, because he's a comedian. So they probably think he playing, he joking. Nobody starts a fight like that. You know, the way he was,
like,
what he was doing. You know, it
before
looks,
you pick up,
it looks fake. You know, yeah, it looks weird. And he's tying up his shoelace now, like he's getting ready for a real fight. That's why they clowning him. They're like, he gotta be on some shit, because look at him, he's all over the place.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the shirt though.
The one he's wearing?
I don't like the outfit. Because his pants are
Uh-oh, what's he doing? Is he showing his abs?
Yeah. was like this.
Did he have any? Did he have any
Yeah,
abs?
yeah.
I couldn't tell.
I can kind of tell. Yeah, he didn't have a six pack maybe, but
Uh-oh. Jumping around, getting souped up. Making that blood boil. I wish I'd see the stomp out already. I mean, what the fuck's going on right now? No.
4 minutes long. So let's just play. Let's just pop over.
Maybe this is the guy Boone rapping.
He's trying, and of course he's rapping in his style.
Why wouldn't he be? Yeah. He's not drowned in fucking auto-tune. Doesn't make the subject matter any better, though.
Put on the do-rag. That's what he put on.
Yeah?
He put on the do-rag.
What a fucking idiot. So he's souped up. He's cooking. He's rocking off that smack. That smack got him cooking. So he's souped the fuck up. And he's wildin', dog. He's in Philly. He's lucky he ain't get shot.
Well, you don't know what you're doing.
That's bullshit. Supposedly he's been fucking around like the last few weeks. He tried to rob some ladies at gunpoint. He slapped it. I'm telling you, I saw some.
What do you call it?
He punched a clerk at a Georgia pool store.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
He robbed 5 Atlanta women at gunpoint and allegedly threatened to kill his own bodyguard. He's been wilding.
Oh, that was, I know what I was gonna say.
What?
I heard this online from a doctor that wrote it.
What?
But the doctor wrote it. Apparently, when you're intoxicated, anything you do while you're intoxicated, you thought about doing when you're sober, you just didn't do it. So you didn't have the confidence or whatever.
According to that doctor.
According to that doctor.
Because that's not always true.
But for something, I don't know. If you wanted to go on stage and rap, and you don't want to do something.
No, yeah, it gives you the confidence to do that. You
And
know.
if you, I don't know, drink a drink or something.
If you're drinking, it takes away your inhibitions. Okay, the violence is starting.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I can't see
yeah, you can't
much.
Of course, the guys are sad. Why is that rap the sad?
That's the way Illuminati built it, man.
Oh, there he is. Oh my God, he kicked him in the head.
Yeah. Don't you see? When you sag in your pants, that comes from jail, from people not having a belt. So the shit sag. Once upon a time, sagging your pants in jail meant that you were available for gay sex. That's part of prison. Yet people walk around, Lil Wayne's in a commercial, showing his ass. Motherfuckers don't think about that shit. It's the style. It's what's popping. It's what everybody does. But in case you don't know, that shit comes from jail. First, from you not having a belt, and then eventually, whatever, when it was, it became a way to promote that you were down for gay sex. Why I know that? And I've never been to prison, only the county jail. Because I know it. It's common information for people my age. Younger kids might not know this information. So now you're dressing like that, whatever. What are you really promoting? You don't know that. You don't know and you probably don't have no thoughts of gay sex. You know what I'm saying? Especially not prison. Whatever. That motherfuckers use excuses. Oh, we in prison. I gotta stick my shit in some hole. Woo! That's some crazy shit right there.
Gay right there, bro.
Crazy shit. But there's some people doing a lot of fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Pat Williams.
But people doing 3 years are choosing that way of life. So I don't know how to quantify that shit. Please take this off my face.
Kevin Hart. Yeah. Oh, apparently Kevin Hart dissed Cat Williams.
Yeah, everybody's dissing everybody. This is fucking crazy shit. Cat Williams started everything. The point is, Cat Williams is unraveling. He, after this happened, he did buy a Lamborghini for Beanie Siegel and an Escalade for Little Mo. Now, the Philly Voice says that it doesn't appear that Williams is in any immediate financial trouble But they hope that he gets help with whatever it is that's made him a magnet for trouble as late. You know, he's definitely not doing great. And if these motherfuckers figure that he was on whatever they call dope in Philadelphia, what was it called again? Dog food?
Dog food.
If they thought that, maybe one of them served him that. That's why they knew that. Or it's pretty easy to tell when a motherfucker cooking. Like I said, your voice gets raspy. You get a certain kind of way. Scratching your nose a lot, maybe.
Don't they call it fish or something like that in here, Jersey City?
That has lingo. Yes, that is lingo for heroin.
Just curious.
Why would you say that on fucking tape? Cops don't know that. Allegedly.
I'm innocent.
Allegedly, people call heroin fish.
I'm innocent. I play video games for a living.
And they call cocaine another food. Use your imagination. Starts with C, and supposedly blacks and Latino eat a lot of it. Especially blacks. Southern.
It's racist.
Kentucky Fried.
Come on.
I'm just saying,
I
you
get it.
already went with the fish shit. So, what the fuck? And rappers talk about it. They're like, you know, I'm cooking that chicken, you know, flipping that chicken. And they talk about cocaine.
And then they're talking about,
Yeah.
and then there's a song where he's like, all I know is
But
yellow.
fish is not a common thing. I think that's just a Jersey City thing or a Jersey thing. Maybe Newark.
hate
I
when
have
people
no
say
idea.
Jersey.
Yeah, I don't like when
Anything.
people say Jersey
For
either.
anything, whether or not it's
I like
close.
specification.
Jersey
Because
City's a big
Trenton
city.
is way different from Mayberry. You know, whatever. You know, Vineland is way different from Patterson. But when you say I'm from Jersey, we don't know where you're from. You know, so if you're on David Letterman and you're from Newark, New Jersey, say Newark. If you're on fucking the Stephen Colbert Show, late night, wherever the fuck you at, Jimmy Fallon, say Jersey City. Represent where you from. Be proud of it. Because when you say Jersey, people think Mayberry.
People
They
think you're from that Jersey Shore surf.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to lump you up with Snooki and all these faggots.
The
My bad.
situation.
You know, whatever. Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Thank God they got
You want to be that guy?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed that show, Jersey Shore. I watched it.
Oh, God. I can't believe that you're admitting that on fucking video.
I have to. I never lie. I don't never lie. Put the shades back up and explain your feelings.
He's full of
So
shit.
you know Beanie Siegel. I never didn't know who he was. I've heard of him. Never know.
Beanie's a dope rapper.
What desires?
Hardcore. You know, he's a more of a hardcore lyrics. He does got lyrics. He's not very bland at all. He came with his own style. Freeway kind of mimics that style. They had a whole camp of niggas. You know, I'm gonna forget. Protect. No, damn. Keep talking for 1 second. I will remember.
So you basically Cal Williams got stomped
God,
out
I can't
by
believe
Beanie
that. I don't
Siegel
know
and the
this.
company. If you watched the video with us, you saw that he got hit in the head.
Noise is fucking me up.
You know
Whatever. You know, state property. State property
There you go.
is the click. I even think there was a movie of sorts. I'm not saying every nigga out of there was so fucking lyrically dope and,
Lyrical
you know,
industries.
equal to the illest lyricist you've ever heard. But Philly niggas is known for spitting.
Illest lyricist right here.
You know, don't do that, because then motherfuckers, you gotta live up to stuff. I'm okay. I'm alright. You know, I dabble. You know, whatever. I love spitting. You know, but we all know Constant Flow.
You right.
My dude holds it fucking down.
Illest lyricist.
Viper Records. You know, he does his thing. Rebel Arms and all that.
I'm the illest lyricist.
From Swave Sever to Poison Pen to Immortal Technique. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the illest lyricist.
They all do their numbers. They definitely are not fucking around.
Your boy right here.
And
I'm the illest lyricist.
and you know, Philly niggas is known for spitting. You know, they definitely known for lyrics. You know, I'm saying every motherfucker out of Philly, but if you see battle raps or you see street motherfuckers getting into it, you're gonna notice that Philly motherfuckers got bars. You know, they are not slacking whatsoever.
Bars.
You know what I'm saying? But that's about it, you know.
Hold up.
I didn't think much of that video. I'd rather watch the video where supposedly there's a video of Cat Williams talking shit about the fight, saying don't believe everything you see or you hear because I knocked motherfuckers out. Did you? Because you was on the floor. Unless the camera was upside down and your head was, you know, hitting their boots from above, I saw feet hitting your head this way. Not, you know, that's weird, dog. I didn't think he knew the video was out yet. I didn't think he knew that there was proof that, you know, footage of him getting stomped the fuck out. Because he tried to claim, you know, that he was whipping some ass. But I think that's it for this week's show. We ran a little longer than usual. I am your man, 3797 Eye-Dee. This is Mr. Avery Kane dabbing. And this has been The Son and I.
I wonder what would have happened if Cat Williams ate teriyaki chicken that night. Or Thai food.
I don't know. He probably would have threw up. A lot of
Bowels
motherfuckers
would've
throw up when they
exploded.
do dope.
Big exploding on thing. Yeah.
Why are you doing things? It's been off. Oh my God.
That would have fell out the window.
Yeah, and you would have been going outside to get your motherfucking hat. That's what would have happened.